Okay, question 17, this is a very difficult question. So the method that I'm going to explain is gonna be a bit complicated. So hopefully you can understand and follow what's happening. John only has cookies and Ben only has tarts at first. John gave half of his cookies to Ben. Ben gave half of his tarts to John. John then ate 14 tarts and Ben ate 16 cookies. After that, the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies John had at first. So John had was 1:7. And the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies Ben had was 1:4. Okay, part A, they want us to find how many tarts did Ben have at first. So let us try to solve part A first. I'm going to write down for John over here. Okay, John gave half of his cookies to Ben, right? And then after that, John ate, and then Ben gave half of his tarts to John, which means that John will have half of the cookies, and he received half of the tarts from Ben. Okay, but John ate 14 tarts, which means that I need to minus away the 14. And for Ben, okay, he received half of the cookies from John, but he ate 16 cookies. Okay, as for the tarts, right, he is left with half of it. Okay, so we know that in the end, the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies John had is 1:7. So this is tarts is to cookie, right? So which means that this will be 7:1. For the ratio of the number of tarts to the number of cookies Ben had is 1:4. Same thing, this is tarts is to cookie. So this is 4:1. Okay, now if you want to make a comparison between the equation, okay, we need to make them the same, which means that I need to multiply by 7 to this, and I need to multiply by 4 to this. Okay, so after multiplying by 7, I will be able to write down this equation where half of the cookie will be equal to 7/2 of the tarts. Okay, minus away 14 times 7, which is 98. Okay, as for Ben, half of the cookie minus 16 is equal to 2 of the tarts. Half times 4 will give me 2. Okay, the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna multiply by 2. Okay, to this whole equation so that I can get, okay, all the cookies is equals to 7 times the tarts minus away 196. Okay, as for here, the cookie, okay, minus away 32 is gonna be equal to 4 times the tart. Okay, which means that the cookie will also be equal to 4 times the tart plus 32. Okay, I'm gonna bring the working to here, which means that we can say that, okay, 7 of the tarts minus away 196 is equal to 4 times of the tarts plus 32. If you already know how to solve this, you will know that 7t minus 4t is equal to 196 plus 32. So 3 of the t is equal to 2 to 8, and which means that the total number of tarts is equal to 76. Okay, I'm doing a lot by the algebraic way, but of course I can explain it by the model drawing way. But if I were to explain it using the model drawing way, it's going to take too much time. So I'm going to try and solve it as fast as I can. Okay, 76 will be the answer for part A, which is how many tarts did Ben have at first. Part B, what is the ratio of the total number of tarts to the total number of cookies they had at first? Okay, give your answer in the simplest form, which means that I need to find the total number of cookies at first. Okay, since I know that tarts is 76, which means that I can basically replace it into any one of the equation earlier on. Okay, we know that cookie is equals to 4 tarts plus 32, right? It is from over here. Okay, so which means that the cookie is equal to 4 times 76 plus 32, which is equal to 336, which means that for part B, this is part B, ratio of the total number of tarts to the total number of cookies will be 76 is to 336. And if you change this to the simplest form, okay, if you change this into the simplest form, it's gonna give me 19 is to 84. This will be the answer for part B. Okay,